I've been playing a lot of Juri the past 3 days, and I think her combo routes and the way that her combos work are very well thought out. And I thought it'd be worth highlighting a little bit, especially if you play her, but also if you kind of want to learn how to play against her a little bit. If you don't know, her kit is very much based around these stores, which give her special moves, special properties. So like this becomes +8 instead of just like, I think +3 if you don't have the store. And this like store system is kind of a barrier to entry for a lot of people. They see this character and they're like, you know, I like Juri, I like her design, I like whatever, and I want to play her, and then they pick her and they're like, this is a lot to keep up with, a lot of meter management, on top of like keeping up with your drive gauge and your critical R gauge. You now have to keep track of your stores, which is you know, I think in the past is why a lot of people didn't play her. Now they simplified that a little bit because it's not tied to like the strength anymore. So if I do the light kick store, it doesn't only charge the fireball, you can use that charge for anything, which is a great like quality of life change and a great ease of access change. But the other thing is that these stores and the way that they function within the different combos that you're going to do work very well. So for example, let's say I don't have any stores, or let's say I only have one store, right? And I need maybe 2 or 3 to get a real big combo, and I don't want to blow all my stores or the one that I have. The combo that you usually do is something like this, right? And then you'll end in a medium store. That's just like a basic drive rush extension combo. Now, at the end of that, you'll have like 1 or 2 stores. And let's say next time you do want to blow 2 stores or 3 stores, whatever it is, you end up doing like the same combo like starter. So the first couple moves are the exact same. Because up until like that, up until the crouch or the stand medium punch, everything is the exact same in both routes. Essentially, this button is your crossroads. This is where the roads diverge, and by the time you get to stand medium punch in the combo route, you need to have glanced up and taken a look at the store. But to get to the stand medium punch, like to do this whole combo, damn, there we go. But by the time you get there, you have so much time to look up and see how many stores you have and whether you're going to do a whole big combo or whether you're just going to settle for another store. I just think it's really well thought out. Like having a combo route that is consistent and then having a point where you can make your decision of how you want to use your resources makes a lot of sense, especially for a character like this who has a lot of, I guess, moving parts. And that's just one of the combos that you'll see. Let me show you another one. This is her drive impact combo. I'm going to take this time where there's dead air of me doing a combo and ask that you scroll down and check it for sub. Thank you. So there you have a ton of time to confirm how many stores you have because you're in this entire drive impact animation, and you just have to take a quick glance up and see how many you've gotten. If you have 3, you can do that big old combo that I just did. If you only have like 1, let's just say you have 1, you can do something like this, and then you get a free store, and it's still decent damage. Now where it does get like a little bit tricky is when you start to introduce drive meter because of this. So even if I don't have enough stores to do a huge big combo but I'm about to kill, you might be able to incorporate this so you can get the follow-up that you would normally have if you had the store. But keep in mind, I've only been playing this character like 2 days at this point, so I haven't gotten that far yet. I think the furthest I've gotten is probably something like this. So that uses all of your drive meter. And you have to make the decision if you want to blow all of that and get a huge life lead, or if it's going to kill or something. And that gets a little bit more advanced, right? That's adding even more meter management. But the point of all that is that the combo still starts from like the same starter every single time, this forward heavy kick. And it always goes into something like this, right? And if you don't have the store for the little overhead follow-up, you can always do the EX version, right? If your other meter permits. Other than that, though, the kind of the name of the game with learning this character, this is the 3rd character that I'm getting the masters, is going much slower. Like learning things the right way this time, rather than trying to rush all the way through the rank system up into masters. I'm just going slow at my own pace and like trying to learn all the optimal conversions and like how to use all my buttons and use my entire kit. Because I found that getting up into masters that is not the zone where you want to be learning your character. I mean, you obviously want to be experimenting and like innovating on your character, but not like learning basic combo routes that you should have been practicing the whole time, but instead you were just you know, trying to get wins instead of actually like learning the game. I think the next thing to learn though on this character for me is how to use this ground fireball a little bit better. And this will come after I'm like more confident doing all these conversions that I'm showing you guys, because of course it's one thing for me to do them over and over again in training mode, but it's another thing to like consistently hit them in the real game. So after I get through that and my conversions are good, I want to learn more about this fireball and not just like throwing, because right now all I have to do is sit in neutral and throw this out and they'll jump almost every time. And then you just DP them or you throw it and you drive rush behind it. But there's some really cool applications in the corner where you can use it to pressure, because if you take a look at the frame data meter down there, you can see how volatile the frame data is based on the spacing of this fireball, right? So if I do like max range stand or crouch medium kick into fireball, it's -1. You can make it up to like +5 or something. It's gonna take a miracle. See, it's 0, but you can get it to be plus, and then if you can get it to be plus, you can just do stand light kick store, right? And most people don't have the like they're not ready to like press a button to interrupt that, and also you're plus, right? So usually this will hit and then you can store. I saw I think that's his name, AI the Japanese Juri player. He was doing it yesterday against some like really high ranked Japanese players. He was just cornering them with this fireball spaced like properly and just doing stand light kick store and just like holding people here forever. It was pretty interesting to watch. So I'm going to investigate that a little bit more like next, once I feel more comfortable with everything else we talked about today. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys today. So far this character, this is 2 days in, and I feel like I've spent more time learning this character than I have any of the other ones because she's way more interesting than I thought. I initially thought it was just going to be this. I thought we were just going to be drive rushing everywhere doing some of this, but there's a lot to this character that I think goes unexplored because of how strong an option like this is. You know, why would I learn how to do all these fireball setups when I can just drive rush like that? You know. But at the higher levels, you definitely see players like Nephew and them who have put a lot of time into the character use all of her tools effectively, and I think that is the type of Juri that I want to play. I don't want to play like this weird drive rush gimmicky thing. But yeah, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you again very soon.